Hey everyone, and welcome to Tournament 17 of Spartan Ninja Warrior. Last time we had the first Halo Infinite tournament of SNW, and I don't think anyone expected it to go anywhere close to how it actually was. Of the 50 competitors that took on Stage 1, a record low 2 were able to defeat it. Those being the All-Stars Joey, who changed his gamertag yet again this tournament, and Petrillo Fam 4, who did not. And I guess changing your gamertag is what caused Joey to be the one to fail Stage 2, and for Pedro to be the sole survivor to reach Stage 3. And although he would go out on the cliffhanger, it was still a very valiant effort, and what turned out to be a very hard tournament. But now, we have a new group of 50 competitors today. How will they fare against this course? Only one way to find out. Just like every previous tournament in this era, Stage 1 has 9 obstacles, which our 50 competitors will face, now with a time limit of 115 seconds. Here's a look at the start line. It looks pretty good as per usual. I'm totally not bragging. In Stage 1, we'll start off with the hurdle jump, just like last tournament. It's unchanged, you just go across these 2 hurdle things, and yeah, it's simple. And the second obstacle is the curtain slider, returning from Tournament 2, but modified. Now you just jump across those 5 balls. Bridge of Blades is unmodified from last tournament, but what is modified is the jumping spider, due to Halo Infinite updating at the worst time possible. Trampoline is different now. Half-pipe attack is modified too, it's been made a little bit easier. That little peg on the half-pipe is closer. And the double warped wall also modified due to Halo Infinite updating, which is a different shape now. Flying chute is also modified because they removed gravity volumes. Fun. Then the swing mast, unchanged. Just grapple onto that little donut thing and land onto the final obstacle, the rope ladder. You climb up these blocks. And if you can hit that landmine right there in under 115 seconds, you will move on to Stage 2. Hopefully more than 2 people do it this time. Starting off with Fragile NW. He's a friend of Free MMO Direct, I believe. And he hosts a course on Roblox called Steel Castle. It's one of the few actually good Roblox courses nowadays. It's not quite extinct, but very endangered. Let's see how Fragile will do here. Take a moment at the start line to collect himself, and he is off. The tournament's underway. Fragile is a PC player, I believe. And he is through the hurdle jump pretty nicely. Now, a first look at the curtain slider in a very long time. He is also getting through it pretty quickly. Now for the Bridge of Blades. Getting across this one nicely. And now for the jumping spider. Similar to the one in Spartan Sasuke, just not as dumb. At least the trampoline part. The inside of it's the same as the previous tournament. And he's onto the half-pipe attack. Through it, he's gonna stick the peg, doesn't even save jump. Now he's onto the rope, goes for the dismount, and gets it. Now for the double warped wall. He's gonna start right there, up the first in one. Now for the second one, it's a little bit taller, but he's still up in one as well. Now the flying chute, there's an invisible man cannon, and he is onto the ropes, and defeats the flying chute. Fragile NW, I believe, now has the best run ever for a number 1 in the run order on this course. Oh, he doesn't even jump for the grapple, but he gets a very high launch, and he already makes a mistake. Okay, Fragile seems to have recovered. He is climbing. He's so close, he overshot it. No, Fragile is out. We almost had a clear right off the bat, but Fragile just completely choked. He could have save jumped there, but I don't think he realized it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Now from an actual competitor to a rando, Chandler J. Lee. Showing some talent, though. Quickly through the hurdle jump. Now the curtain slider, okay then. And as always, at number 3, we have Foamy Boy. Who else would it be? I mean, he showed up. He's number 3 here. Of course he'll be. Had a drink of water there, sorry. But we're back. Yeah. Okay, Foamy has a decent pace so far. That is a little surprising. Now the jumping spider, I believe he failed here last tournament, setting himself up for it, going for it, and he doesn't get into the window. Foamy is out. Now we have the Great Harb. I don't know what Harb is supposed to be or why it's so great. But hey, maybe we'll see here. Maybe Harb can prove why he's great. Now the curtain slider sticking. We sucked the first ball. He's going, sending through. Okay then. Just walked off. Barney 1117. Maybe press 1 too many times. I just said 1 way too much. And Barney is struggling here. But through the hurdle jump. Setting himself up for the curtain slide. Okay then. Now we have Wild Sasuke 67. Formerly known as Game Show MC 67, I believe. I still call him Game Show because Wild Sasuke is just... I don't know whether to say Wild or Sasuke. So, Game Show gamertag is much easier to say, so yeah, I just still call him Game Show. I mean, it's what I know as better. And he is doing pretty good so far. Onto the Bridge of Blades now. First one, second one, third and fourth, and through the Bridge of Blades onto the Jumping Spider. He's going to take a bit to set himself up. He goes for it, and he doesn't jump in the gravity volume. Game Show is out. And so is Junstow69, who, yeah. That happened. XTME Persio X. This is another rando. As most of the early run order is randos, as per usual. A few later on, but still. This rando's doing pretty decent so far, though. Jumping very early on the Bridge of Blades, and he comes up short of the third. Now Zero the Crow. That sounds like Sonic OC. Seems to have the IQ of one as well, because does not have much of an idea of what to do, and fails very quickly. Now, Atomic Ronin 7165. Already better than Zero. And onto the curtain slider. Getting through it nicely. Now for the Bridge of Blades. Okay, jumping later than whatever the person before Zero was. They already forgot the gamer tag. And now the Jumping Spider going right into it and jumps way too late. Didn't get a good bounce. Now double tap VO4. I don't know what happened to the first 3 versions. Probably even worse than that. King Arkin 59 now. Okay, does better than double tap. Almost came up short though. Okay, trying to do a similar technique on the second hurdle, which I don't think is possible. And almost came up short of the dismount there and overshot the ball. Now we get to someone who is at least semi-competent, Halo Fan 17. Competed a few times, really wants to clear. He's put in a lot of practice in Forge for some reason. I don't know if the physics are still slightly different from Forge and custom games on Infinite compared to how they were in Halo 5. But to be safe, oh, he almost overshot the first blade there. Okay, he stopped on the second one too, and he's through the Bridge of Blades. So yeah, I don't know if there's any physics changes, but if I were him, I would probably just play it safe and maybe make a practice map with blocks under obstacles so you don't die. But that's just me. Halo fan, he's getting through the course nicely so far. Onto the rope, the half-pipe attack, and defeats it. Now the double warp wall. He is up first in one, and second in one, now for the flying chute. Struggling to get up there, and he gets flung over the slide. Halo fan is out. Now we have Qual. That's gamer tag. A little bit of a goofy one. And seems to be a bit of a goofy run so far. Lining up. And dying. Now we have another returning competitor, Free MMO Direct. Also PC player. And has shown quite a bit of potential on courses. Huh. Oh boy, a yawn. That's definitely an omen. Now, Free MMO Direct is clear stage 1 in Halo Ninja Warrior 26, I believe. And has done pretty decently on other courses as well. And he's doing good so far. Going very quickly onto the jumping spider. Jumps at a good time. And taking a bit of a save jump there on the window. But he defeats the jumping spider and now is onto the half-pipe attack. He failed here in the last tournament, which you saw in the intro. And he is right on the rope, sending it. Defeats the half-pipe attack now for the double warp wall. Up the first in one. Now the second one, he is not up it in one. Still tons of time up it in two. Now the flying chute, walking into it. That's what Halo fans should have done. Free MMO Direct is through the flying chute, destroying this stage 1. Now onto the swing mass. He's going to jump and grapple into it. Where will he land? Okay, on the third level. He's climbing very quickly. He might have a shot at the speed record. And he's gonna get it! Free MMO Direct is our first clear to the tournament, breaking the speed record on stage 1, which was set all the way back in Tournament 3 by Petrillo Fam 4 by 0.2 of a second. At Free MMO, he got his revenge on the half-pipe attack, making it look pathetically easy. And really, his only slip-up was needing a second attempt at the double warp wall. That doesn't matter, he's going to stage 2. And next up, we have someone who has cleared stage 1 before, Robotic Pie. They beat stage 1 back in Tournament 12, and hasn't done great since. In the few times he's competed, if he has competed since. I believe he has, I don't remember exactly though. But Pi, through one obstacle looks good at least. Now we know Pi at least has some talent as a jumper. To what extent that is, we still haven't really seen yet. I think he can do very good. But then again, anyone can really do good on jump courses if you put in enough practice. And don't choke. Pi in the jumping spider now, taking some save jumps, going quickly onto the peg now, and defeats the jumping spider now for the half-pipe attack. Gonna go right into it. He jumps onto the half-pipe, and he's gonna stick the peg perfectly fine. Now Now the rope taking a save jump, and he defeats the half-pipe attack. Okay, now he is up first wall in one. Up the snow, he's not up it in one. Not as much time as MMO, but still a very good pace. Now for the flying shoot. Pi lines himself up, he jumps, and he has too much momentum, he couldn't save himself. Robotic Pi is out. Let's get a replay that. He just had a little bit too much momentum. I think he could have save jumped there, but looking at it closer, I'm not too sure, actually. Yeah, he looks like he just got bumped off and didn't have a chance to save himself, which was unfortunate. Now we have the regular Spartan Walnut 71. He got a very good placement back in Tournament 8. I believe he got 7th out of the 50 competitors there. He was, I think he came the closest to beating the Crooked Wall in that tournament of everyone that failed it. But that was, over half of the course ago, which doesn't feel right, honestly. This course has been going on for over 2 years now. Jesus Christ. Okay, Walnut. Now, seems to be taking a slow approach on the jumping spider. Nothing wrong with that. It's a lenient time limit. Walnut's on the second level now, and defeats the jumping spider. Now for the half-pipe attack, he's going into it. He got a bad jump! Walnut just didn't have the distance for it. Now, Rando Carcam 3598. Is that a backup camera, I assume? Well, that was weird. That was a weird jump, but he made it work. Okay, another weird jump. Now for the curtain slider. How will Carcam do? He's going quickly through it onto the Bridge of Blades now. And car crash. Yeah. Next up, we have the host of Halo Sasuke, Atlantic Hamp. He's been competing since the very beginning and found early success in Tournament 2, getting all the way to Stage 3, where he would go out on the jumping bars. Overshooting, over-saving. And in Tournament 3, he'd get back to Stage 3, suffering a similar fate. But he wouldn't clear Stage 1 again until Tournament 7, where he would fail Stage 2 for the first time in his career. But since then, Chumpy's had a bit of a wild ride. I don't think he's cleared Stage 1 since then. Not counting Tournament 16.5, which was the original 17, but thanks to some very bad timing of updates and extending a deadline, because I'm the nicest person to ever live, the tournament was kind of ruined, so I had to scrap and restart it. But Chumpy, changed his gamer tag, I'm still just going to call him Chumpy for now. He ended up getting first place. He beat Stage 1 and got to Stage 3, failing the jumping rings. So I kept the same run order in this 17, but if I had adjusted it based off of 16.5's incomplete results, Chumpy would be running somewhere in the 40s. And I'll probably take that into account for the run order next tournament as well. But as I've been talking, Chumpy's been blazing through this Stage 1. Now the flying shoot. He does not pull up high. Jumps at the perfect time, defeats the flying shoot. And Chumpy, only 2 obstacles left from at least defeating Stage 1 again. Now he's going to grapple onto the donut. He gets a low jump, and Chumpy comes up short! Chumpy fails the swing mast. He came up just short of the rope ladder. I don't know if it was his angle that was off, because it looked like he was low enough to where he would get a good enough launch to land on that bottom block at least. Yeah, this is very unfortunate. having his best run to date scrapped by an update. Now not even coming close to being able to match it or do better. That just sucks. I'm so sorry, Chumpy. But I know he'll do better next time. Now we have Midas 8041. That's certainly a gamer tag. And this is certainly a competitor who has no idea what to... Okay, if he didn't swing, he would have made it. And now Aqua Blister 71. Now within a few runs we have another gamer tag that ends with 71. That's a little bit funny. What's also funny is this person's ineptitude at figuring out how jumping over or on a yellow pole works. And getting stuck in the hurdle. Now we have a regular who doesn't compete regularly, but he has made multiple appearances without clearing stage 1, so that's why his name is red. Go Tanks! He has the record for the most final stage appearances on Halo Ninja Warrior, and has beaten stage 1 on Ninja Warrior of Halo as well, but he hasn't seen much success on any other courses, I believe. He's never cleared stage 1 on Spartan Sasuke. I don't think he has on Irish Warrior. Might have done it on Halo Sasuke, but he has never cleared, or really even came close to clearing on SNW, but he's on the Jumping Spider. Go Tanks is going for it. Oh, he stuck the window and he fell off. I think he just mistimed it. Maybe he got confused as to what was going on. But that's unfortunate. Now, number 23, we have Alpha Puma. He is about to go on his 48th retirement tour. And let's see how he'll do. He has only cleared stage 1 once on SNW, all the way back in Tournament 2. And he got to stage 3 that tournament. And he got the fastest stage 2 clear ever. With like 19-something seconds left. Puma almost fell off the side there. And okay then, he is struggling with jumping onto the trampoline, but he did get it now. Puma getting through the jumping spider. A little slower than most people that have gotten to this point, but still enough time. Now the half-pipe attack. Is he going to stick it? No, he's not. He's going to send it, and he save jumps, as Captain Save Jump should always do. Now for the double warp wall. Up the first and 1. Now for the second. Up that and 1 as well. And now the flying shoot into it, and he undershoots it! He jumped a little bit too late, and it cost him. That sucks. And now, we have Disappoint. He competed last tournament. Forget how he did, but he did fail stage 1, which is why his name is red. Because he's never cleared stage 1. Disappoint. Does have ability, though. Let's hope he won't disappoint yet again. Every time he runs with this gamer tag, that pun will be made at least once. Get used to it, buddy. Okay, on the jumping spider, jumps, lands on the window. Oh, that was a bit of an early save, but didn't matter much. Another early one. Disappoint, a little shaky through the jumping spider, but he is through it. Half-pipe attack. I think he failed here last time. And he comes up short of the peg. Disappoint is out. Now we have a man who hasn't competed much, but when he has, he hasn't made it count. Ump Double Ump competed in Tournament 1 and was one of only 4 to defeat the first stage. He would end up getting 2nd place, failing the medal spin. But Ump wouldn't compete again until Tournament 12, where he would go out on the jump hang, knowing right away. Then he competed again in Tournament 13, where he was again one of only 4 to defeat Stage 1 in the second renewal of his first tournament, where he would go out on the swap salmon ladder and has not competed since. Like I said, he doesn't compete much on this course, but he has made his appearances count. Yeah, anytime I have a long silence just saying nothing during a run, I'm just muting my mic because I'm yawning, probably. Or I just have no idea what to say. I'm 17 tournaments in, I should be better at this by now. But is not 17 years into his jumping career, but he is pretty close, I believe. Yeah, this entire community, has been around the longest of everyone still here. And despite his relatively old age, his Spartan's probably got some gray hairs at this point, he has not really shown any signs of slowing down in terms of his ability. And he is going pretty quickly, although he did fail the first attempt there, but he is up the first wall now. Second wall, not up in one either, but still plenty of time. Now for the flying chute. Goes into it, he jumps, and he pulls a robotic pie. Is out. He didn't die immediately, but he still failed the stage. He fails the flying chute. Yeah, he just jumped a tiny bit too early, and it cost him. Yeah, this stage is still very difficult. Do not take anything lightly, especially the flying chute. Now we were halfway through stage 1, decided to do the clear stat things for every transition to a later part of the day. So here you go. And now at number 26, starting off the sunset runs, we have Super Ninja Jake 2. He's competed ever since Tournament 5, I believe. First cleared Stage 1 in Tournament 6, wouldn't do it again until Tournament 10. I think he might have cleared it again in Tournament 12, I don't remember exactly though. But what I do know is that he has not cleared since, and he has never made it to Stage 3 on this course, so maybe he should consider changing that 2 in his gamer tag to a different number. Because then maybe he'll get to Stage 3 on a course besides Halo Sasuke, which I believe he has only done once. But Jake so far is looking pretty good. Onto the rope with the half pipe, save jumping, and he defeats it. Now for the double warp wall. He is up the first in 1, and the second in 1. Jake now the flying chute into it. He jumps way too early. Jake fails the flying chute in an absolute boneheaded move. And speaking of boneheads, now we are on to El Booker Taco, the former host of Tasuke. He ended that show with one of the tournaments of all time. And now he just focuses on, I don't know, I really don't hear from him outside whenever he runs my tournament. Taco is getting through the stage so far, now for the Bridge of Blades. And he's going to stop on each of them. That's pretty fitting, since back in Tournament 12, he timed out on Stage 1 because he forgot there was a time limit. Now Taco on the Jumping Spider, he jumps into it. Okay, he's going pretty slow, but he is looking alright so far. Taco just sticking to one side of the jumping. Okay, save jumped early there. And defeats the Jumping Spider. Just over a minute left. Not a ton at this point, but it is still enough. Taco goes for the half pipe, and he goes for the rope. Goes for the rope. Taco sticking on the rope. He jumps way too early. Taco is out. tried using the rope to get some extra momentum, and he just jumped way too early. It's unfortunate he had to go out like this, but better luck next time. Speaking of better luck next time, this man doesn't really have a slogan like that, but he does say 2 attempts for a reason. It is Snoz. Snoz has never done great on this course. I believe his personal best was the half-pipe attack in one of the first 4 tournaments. But half-pipe is back on stage 1, so maybe he can get to it again. He didn't get to it last time, but maybe today will be different. Snoz onto the Bridge of Blades. Man in purple. He loves himself some purple. I don't know why. And purple is a good color, but yeah. Now the jumping spider. Can Snoz get his revenge? He jumps and he won't get any launch. Snoz fails. And now we have Gaming Brando, formerly known as Glowcombs. I'm just gonna say that I am a bit thankful that the gamertag character limit is now only 12 instead of 15, because he would have been Gaming Brandon, which could lead to some awkward conversations. And Let's Go Brando has a much better ring to it anyways. I'm not gonna say that again. What am I even doing? What Gaming Brando is doing so far is looking very good on this stage 1. Jumping through the jumping spider and defeats it now for the half-pipe attack. I saw Taco fail here not too long ago, and is he gonna stick the peg? Yes, he does. Brando on the rope now. Not gonna jump too early, and he defeats the half-pipe attack. Now the double work wall. He is up the first. Now for the second one, he's up it in 1. Struggling to jump up to the flying chute, but Brando launches, jumps the perfect time onto the rope, and he defeats the flying chute. Plenty of time, only 2 obstacles left, but as we've seen in the last tournament and this one already, you are still not out of the woods yet. He gets a pretty low launch, and he lands on the very bottom block, but he is on the rope ladder. He's taking his time. Brando, he's picking up the pace a bit. He is climbing. He is 1 jump away. Oh, a little bit of a mistake, but he recovers nicely. Brando defeats the rope ladder, and Gaming Brando is going on to stage 2, clearing with 9.8 seconds left. Outside of his little misstep at the end of the rope ladder, this was just a very clean, controlled run, and also from when needed a lot of attempts to even get on top of the platform to get to the flying chute. But none of that matters, because Gaming Brando is going to stage 2, the first time on SNW. Good job. And now we have Eternal Flame. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this guy. I don't think he's a PC player. He might be, I don't think he is. But, yeah, I'm rambling. You'd think I'd be at least decent at this 17 tournaments in, but nope. Eternal Flame is looking pretty decent so far. In fact, he's looking a lot better than decent. He's got a very good pace for the jumping spider. He's gonna jump. Oh, not a ton of launch, but he did still get into it. Now Eternal is through the jumping spider. We have already matched the amount of stage 1 clears in the previous tournament, and Eternal really wants to be the 3rd clear. And he's onto the double work wall now. He is up the first in 1. Now for the second. Not up it in 1, but still plenty of time. Not up it in 2 either. Okay, he is up it in 3. Still enough time. He jumps and lands on the rope. Defeats the flying chute. And has a comparable amount of time to Brando. He's going to grapple much later, get a much higher launch, and lands way high up. Eternal Flame is zooming up the rope ladder, and he is going to be our third clear of the day, 25.6 seconds. Despite needing 3 attempts at the second warp wall, he's still zoomed across the stage basically everywhere else, getting in the second fastest time of the day so far. Eternal Flame, really outside of that mishap, he looked very, very good. It might have cost him the fastest time, but I don't think he cared about that. All he cared about is getting to stage 2, which he has. Now we have King's Darius, a rando. Kings implies multiple, and he's clearly none of them. Now we have the host of Irish Warrior, the man himself, Crown Ferret 19. It took him quite a while to get going on this course, but he finally did in Tournament 9, defeating Stage 1 for his first time, going out on Roulette Row. He failed Stage 1 in Tournament 10, then in 11, he cleared again, with a slightly faster time, graduating from Snail to Turtle, and now failing the Spider Walk, being the only person to ever fail it. Then in Tournament 12, he clears Stage 1 again and get a personal best, making it all the way to the tackle machine and timing out agonizingly close to defeating Stage 2. Since then, it's been a not fun ride for Irish. Hasn't cleared Stage 1 since, and last tournament was his worst showing in a very long time, going out on the Jumping Spider. But Irish is back now. And we've already seen the Stage 1 has seen more success than last tournament. So Irish is hoping, he's hoping to capitalize on the momentum so far from the other competitors and get his first Stage 1 clear of this era. Irish onto the curtain slider. Didn't fail this back in Tournament 2. And will not fail it here today. Now for the Bridge of Blades. He's going to stop on the first one, but he is going to keep going. Oh, that was close. That was scary on the third and fourth one. But he's through it now for the Jumping Spider. Can he get his revenge? Stopping on the trampoline, jumping, landing on the window. Irish has never been a big fan of window jumps, especially on Halo 5. And I don't know how much that's carried over on Infinite, but he is on the half-pipe attack now. He's gotten his revenge. Can he defeat the half-pipe? Stopping on the runway, going for it. Coming up short of the peg. Irish fails the half-pipe attack. I don't remember if he did in any of the first 4 tournaments, but I do remember he was worried about it back then. And he was fairly worried about it here, and it showed. That is unfortunate. Now we have TJ Alford 1, a rando who I thought had competed before. His gamertag seemed familiar. Oh, that was a very good save. So I looked it up on my lovely Notes app on my iPhone, and he has not competed before, apparently, so I guess it was either Mandela effect or I recognized him from other forces. Now the Bridge of Blades, and he failed miserably. Now to another rando, David Gaz, someone who I know has never competed before. And fun fact, of all the 50 runs in this tournament, this one was the final one to be filmed. Yeah. So it was a relief to get this run out of the way, because it meant my curse was finally lifted for filming Tournament 17. David is getting through the curtain slider. Through it pretty nicely. Now the Bridge of Blades. Just saw TJ fail here, and David joins him. Now at number 35, we have the host of Spartan Sasuke, RPG445. It took him even longer to get going on this course than Irish, first clearing stage 1 in Tournament 10, where he would go out on Roulette Row, failing in a very wacky way. Then in Tournament 12, he would end up defeating Stage 2, becoming one of the record 8 to reach Stage 3 that day. Although his run was pretty short-lived, as he'd go out on the propeller bar, the first obstacle of the stage. As you can see there. Then in Tournament 13, he was the first person to defeat Stage 1 in the third era, doing so under the very disgusting influence of exactly one margarita. Not only that, he would also tie for first place with Cobra, going out on the Wingnuts. Since then, it's been a pretty wild ride for Rog, failing the downhill drop in Tournament 14, missing Tournament 15, and then last time, failing the flying chute. But now, Mr. Garchomp himself is back, and hoping to get another Stage 1 clear on his resume. Rog has shown a lot of jumping ability, but also a fair bit of inconsistency along with it. One tournament he could get a deep Stage 3, the next one he could fail somewhere in the middle of Stage 1. Rog, he is definitely a very talented jumper, which I don't think anyone's going to deny. And he also hosts a very good course, which I'm not the biggest fan of at the moment because I failed the jumping spider in his most recent tournament as of now. But Spartan Sasuke is still a very good course. You should check it out. Rog, you better promote my course in your next video, because I'm doing the same for you. Rog defeats the half-pipe attack now for the double warp wall. He is up the first in 1. Now for the second wall. Up that in 1 as well. Now the flying chute. Can he get his revenge from last time? Rog is into it and onto the rope. Turning around. Rog defeats the flying chute. Only 2 obstacles left. But he has failed the last obstacle of Stage 1 many times before, failing the rope climb a lot of very forward launch onto the last block of the rope ladder. He's climbing. He was the first person to attempt and defeat this. And as of now, it looks like he will be going 2 for 2 on the rope ladder. He will. RPG445 defeats Stage 1 with 10.9 seconds left. He is back on Stage 2. Rog celebrating on top of the ladder. Yeah, it was just a solid run all around. No real glaring issues anywhere. Just a smooth, slow, and steady pace. And he definitely didn't win the race. But he did defeat Stage 1 in the time limit. That is all that matters. Rog is back on Stage 2. Now we have Carol NIR, a friend of Ump Double Ump. As you can see him over there. He was just on the start platform with Carol. I think my 11th grade math teacher was named, I think his last name is Carol. And from this guy's voice in the party, he was definitely not my math teacher. Actually, I don't remember if Carol had a mic or not. Even if he did, I highly doubt it was Coach Carroll. If it is, well, this is awkward. Thanks for letting me pass. Okay, Carroll now on a jumping spider, shooting. Didn't seem very confident about this, but he gets a jump into it, just not good enough of a jump. Coming up just short of the window, Carroll is out. Now it's Jub. Will Jub Jub want Rub Rub? That is a very deep-cut reference to world-famous internet celebrity Jax films. did not use an apostrophe because I don't think apostrophes are allowed in gamer tags. Okay, coming up very close to failing the Bridge of Blades. And he did, actually. And now we have Hunter Unit 751. I was going to give him a profile, but I had him with Shingo Yamamoto's theme. But then all of a sudden it started getting copyright claimed in all my previous tournaments. And I figured, hey, I'm lazy, and even though it only got the videos blocked in Russia, I don't want any potential Russian viewers to be missing out, so I decided to just mute the themes in those videos, and I'm going to give Hunter a new theme. And I just couldn't really decide which one to give him. Yeah, Hunter, his history on this course has been pretty good. There have been some stretches of not pretty good, such as tournaments 6 and 7. He failed stage 1 in them after 4 stage 1 clears in a row, even including a first place in tournament 5. Hunter taking his time, not wanting to fail the half-pipe attack like he did last tournament, which he will not. Now, double work wall, Hunter. Last cleared stage 1 in tournament 12. And he has gotten some deep stage 1s since then. Hunter on the flying shoot, onto it. Turning around. Not a ton of time, but Hunter, oh, the cameraman is a little frozen. I think he had to check his phone or something. Hunter taking his time. And, okay, lands on the bottom block. Hunter, oh, that was a little scary. Hunter's climbing. Hunter overshot the block, and he doesn't make a recovery! Hunter Unit 751 fails the rope ladder for the second time in his career on SNW. He failed it back in Tournament 13. And now in 17, it gets him once again. Hunter, he was low on time, but he still had enough. But he just miscalculated the jump. This rope ladder, it doesn't look like it, but it can be deadly. You cannot underestimate it. And Hunter's once again out on stage 1. Now we have Dark R136. Didn't even give me enough time to say the numbers. Hoping to avenge his fallen British competitor, now we have Strafe Helix. He's gotten to stage 3 twice on this course, in tournaments 7 and 12. Both times clearing with a combined 1.1 seconds left. And Strafe, I don't think has cleared stage 1 at all in this era so far. Went out on the flying shoot in the previous tournament. Strafe, he is a very talented jumper. And also does some ninja competitions in real life along with Hunter Unit. They, in fact, have met each other in person several times. I think there's been like 4 times jumpers have met each other in person. There was Hunter and Strafe, Hunter and Dom Da Bomb from way back in the day. Smokey and Snaz met each other recently in person, and then back in 2019, I believe, me and Rog met each other in person at a Halo convention. But that's not important. What is important is Strafe's run right now. He is on a jumping spider, wearing red, which I do like how his armor looks, but it's not really color that you're used to seeing on Strafe. On Halo 5, he was the purple and gray towards the end. I don't remember what else he wore, if he wore any other armor colors. But Strafe now for the double warp wall, getting close to the flying chute, hoping to get his revenge on it. Strafe up both walls in one. Now the flying shoot, the moment of truth. Crouch walking into it. She shot there, I think. But he did land on the rope, and he defeats the flying shoot. Now for the swing mast and the rope ladder. Saw Hunter fail here not too long ago. Strafe getting another very forward launch. Oh, he almost came up short of the ladder. But he is onto it. Strafe is climbing. Taking a slow and steady pace. I don't think I like how these jumps are looking, but they are working, and Strafe is on top, and he is going to clear. 11.2 seconds left. Strafe Helix is back on the second stage. And Era 2 Strafe was a machine on stage 1, only failing it once. But since then, it's been the exact opposite. But now, he finally has another clear. Let's hope it can be the start of something special. But for now, let's focus on this tournament. Strafe, back on stage 2. Now here's the next results screen. We still have 10 more runs to go on stage 1. We have 5 clears, so we have more than double last tournament, which is funny. Number 41 in this tournament is the first of the 5 All-Stars, Weapon Man. He missed last tournament, but he has shown time and time again throughout this course why he is one of the best. Despite being the only All-Star to never get to the final stage, he is still more than worthy of his rank. As despite having an odd history throughout this era so far, Tournament 13, failing Swap Salmon Ladder, 14, the Escalator, 15, reaching Stage 3, but failing the first obstacle, Cannonball Alley, and then not even competing in Tournament 16, which for his sake might have been a good thing. Weapon Matt, he's the 2-time Grand Champion of Irish Warrior and Halo Sasuke. I honestly don't care what you say, really. Weapon Matt is a top 10 jumper of all time, if not top 5. And I'm not just saying that because he's my buckaroo, I'm saying that because look at his record. Now, Weapon Matt making his Halo Infinite debut on SNW. Well, it's not his debut on an Infinite tournament, it's his debut on a SNW Halo Infinite tournament. Now, Matt is off now. Now for the hurdle jump. Some of this stage is familiar for him, some of it's not. He did compete in 16.5, which was the original Tournament 17, which got ruined because of me extending the deadline a week because I wanted to be nice, since some important people, such as Hunter Unit and Fireball, had not ran yet. And that bled over into Halo Infinite Season 4 update, which changed a few things and removed a few other things, which made me have to restart the whole tournament. And in 16.5, I don't know why I'm talking so weird today. Matt failed the jumping spider in that, so he already got his revenge on that. Now for the double work wall. He is up the second and 1 now for the flying shoot. He was worried about this, but he is onto the rope. And Matt defeats the flying shoot. Still not out of the woods yet, though. 2 obstacles you cannot underestimate here. The swing mask is a very forward launch. Matt onto the bottom block. Now the rope ladder. He's never failed this yet. Just knocked on wood from there. Matt is climbing. Slow and steady, taking his time. And Matt is on top of the rope ladder. He is going to clear stage 1. Matt is back. 13.1 seconds left. Our 6th clear today. It's a very solid run all around. Matt showing why he's one of the best on this course. Very smooth, slow and steady run. Well, not really slow, maybe. but very calm and controlled. But it doesn't matter, whatever I say. What does matter is we're seeing Matt on stage 2 again. Now another rando, LJC167687. What was that? Next up, we have the Halo Ninja Warrior Grand Champion, Fireball ZXZ. He's had a very roller coaster-esque ride on this course, getting first place in Tournament 2, failing the vertical limit. And he wouldn't clear Stage 1 again. Actually, no, he did clear it in Tournament 4, but he wouldn't clear it again until 7, where he would get first place once again. And hasn't gotten to Stage 3 again since then. And in the last tournament, failed with the swing mask after grappling far too early. Fireball doesn't really practice for this course, usually just relies on the immense talent he has as a jumper to get by. And it has varying results. Most of the time does get him at least a deep Stage 1. But whenever it does work out, Fireball will make a deep run. And so far, Fireball is looking very good. The man who works with the ex of Alpha Puma's favorite NFL player ever, Justin Herbert, is onto the jumping spider now, getting through it nicely. Fireball, a little bit of lag there, but he is through it now for the half-pipe attack. Fireball is going to run for it onto the peg. He's going to stick it. Okay. Use the half-pipe for some momentum onto the rope. Fireball's now going to jump. Oh, he comes up short! Fireball fails the dismount of the half-pipe attack. It's not the first time it's happened this tournament, but I did not expect it to happen to Fireball of all people. Even with his inconsistencies on this course, I did not see that coming. Fireball out on the half-pipe attack. Now we have Gunner 3385401. Why are so many randos just smushing their phone numbers onto their gamer tag now? I know at least some of those are probably the auto-generated ones at the end of the gamer tag, but I don't care. Also, I'm pretty sure Gunner is the last rando of the tournament. So let's see if Gunner can't... No, he won't. Our next runner is the All-Star, Cobra. In Tournament 9, he was the hero, being the only person to reach Stage 3 that day, helping Tournament 9 become my favorite tournament in S&W history. And although he'd go out on the cliffhanger, that signaled that Cobra had made his presence known once more, and the comeback was on, as in Tournament 10, he would get to the final stage. Even though he had a pretty poor showing on it, not even getting to the rope climb, timing out on the spider climb after repeated fails, Cobra still put on many good results, including two more Stage 3s in Tournaments 11 and 12, tying first place in Tournament 13. And although he did not clear Stage 1 in any of the last 3 tournaments, he did have one of the best performances in 16, where if he didn't try going for a block that was just a bit too high, he very well could have been another Stage 1 clear, which would have made it 3 last time instead of just Pedro and Joey. Cobra, he is back here again, hoping to get his first Stage 1 clear since Tournament 13. Hoping to not let the pressure get to him. And he is looking pretty good so far. Now, okay, stopping on the trampoline, jumping, and now into the windows. Cobra At a good pace so far. Now for the half-pipe attack. We just saw Fireball fail here. And Cobra avenge him. Goes for it. Right onto the rope. Safe jumping. Cobra defeats the half-pipe. Now for the double warp wall. He is not up the first and one. Thankfully, he does have good enough pace to where it won't matter at all. Now the second wall. He's up that and one. Flying shoot. Onto the ropes. And defeats it. Now for the swing mast. He failed this last time. Can he get his revenge? He's going to grapple much lower than last time. And successfully lands on the rope ladder this time. Cobra's climbing. Going up. And oh, he almost overshot that last block. But he did not. And Cobra defeats stage 1 with 22.4 seconds left. Very clean. Outside of needing 2 attempts at the first warp wall, really his only thing close to a mistake was almost overshooting that last block on the rope ladder. But even if he did, I'm sure Cobra would have been able to recover and still clear stage 1. But let's not talk about that hypothetical. Let's talk about what actually happened. Cobra is back on stage 2. Next up, we have the veteran Smokey Massacre. He hosts Halo Ninja Warrior and has shown time and time again why he is still considered one of the best jumpers around, if not of all time. Well, he is one of the best of all time, that's not the point. Smokey, however, has had a lot of struggles on stage 2 on this course. His only time defeating it was way back in Tournament 3. And as you can see in his profile here, it's basically just a montage of all of his stage 2 failures. To the point where okay, so this one was Tournament 10. Didn't know what to do here. And figured out a little bit too late. Then in Tournament 11, failed Roulette Row once again. With a very wacky way. Yeah. And then in Tournament 12, also failing Roulette Row. Then in Tournament 14, he went out on the Wingnuts. 15, I forget how he did. Oh yeah, 15 he didn't even compete. Then in 16, in the previous tournament, he failed the rope ladder. Smokey is hoping to get some revenge, not just on stage 1, but especially on stage 2. He really wants another stage 3 attempt. And I think we all want it for him. So Smokey is going all out this tournament. And so far, very, very good pace, which it is only the second obstacle, and now it's the third. But Smokey, you don't really need to worry most of the time on early stage 1s if he's going to fail or not, because about 95% of the time he's not going to. Now for the jump hang, jumping. We have the jumping spider. I've just remembered. I was going to say something about him, about the rare time he'll fail in early stage 1 was back in Tournament 4 when he failed the jump hang. Okay, but Smokey is through the half-pipe attack now for the double warp wall. He is up the first and 1, now for the second. He is up that and 1 as well. Now the flying shoot, walking into it, jumping onto the rope. Smokey defeats the flying shoot. Now just the swing mast and the rope ladder remain. And he grapples low. Where will he land? Okay, Smokey is climbing. He could be getting another fastest time ever here. And Smokey Massacre is gonna clear with 31.9 seconds left. Sorry, Free MMO Direct, but your record did not last very long, as Smokey now has the fastest stage 1 time ever. 31.9 seconds. Got his revenge on the rope ladder. Climbed picture perfect, which was basically this entire run. Smokey, once again, back on stage 2. Maybe this will be the time he finally beats it again. From one rope ladder fail to another, we have the man who got 3rd place last tournament, Sunny Side Splash. He's shown a lot of ability on other courses, especially getting to the final stage in Spartan Sasuke. I forget whatever number it was, but I remember it was the final Halo 5 tournament. And Sunny has also done pretty good on this course as well. He has a few Stage 1 clears in tournaments 10 and 11, I believe. And then last tournament, obviously not clearing Stage 1. But he did come the closest of all the 48 failures. Now Sunny onto the jumping spider, stopping on the trampoline. Oh, he almost failed there. He hit the wall very early and almost couldn't save it. But he did, and Sunny is onto the half-pipe attack now. Sunny jumping, landing on the peg. He's going to stick it. Not a great pace right now, but he is moving through stage 1. Okay, he's gonna not try any jumping on that little walkway there. Sunny is up both warp walls in 1, which, judging by his pace, could be very important. Sunny, not Smokey. Sunny only a little over 30 seconds going into the swing mast. Gonna stop here. It should still be enough. He's gonna grapple. And he's oh my god, what a save jump! Sunny is climbing the rope ladder slowly, but it should be enough time. As long as there's no mistakes. Oh, he slipped! Sunny, he needs to hurry now. Come on. Sunny is climbing. This is gonna be really close. He's on top, but I don't know if it'll be in time. Sunny is gonna clear with 1/10 of a second left on the clock. The closest run in SNW history. Go from the fastest stage 1 clear ever to the slowest. Oh my god. Sunny, you could have gone a little faster. You could have not had a mistake there. Jesus Christ. Good job, Sunny. And now, after a 1 tournament ban, the second grand champion, Tricky Cyrus, has returned. He said, going into this tournament, he really wanted to get the all-time Stage 1 speed record, which, getting much closer to his run, he reconsidered. So he decided that he is still going to go fast, but not balls to the walls fast. At Tricky, he is British, if you somehow couldn't tell already. And he is also shown to be a pretty good jumper. Now the jumping spider, landing into it. But yeah, I completely forgot to mention, now, regardless of what happens, this tournament will have, at minimum, the second most Stage 1 clears ever. It's not going to get to Tournament 10 and 12's level of 14 clears each, but we could have up to 12 here. Tricky defeats the half-pipe. Now for the double warp wall. He's up to 1st and 1. He had a lot of issues with the second one in earlier attempts, but he did get up in 1 here and defeats the flying chute. Now just the swing mast and the rope ladder. And Tricky clears stage 1. He's going to stop there for a second. Gonna go for it. He grappled way too early. Tricky comes up short of the rope ladder. Tricky Cyrus fails stage 1. God, he was looking very good up until that point. He just grappled way too early and didn't get the distance or height needed. Tricky fails stage 1 yet again. That is unfortunate. Yeah, he wanted so badly to do good this time. but it just wasn't meant to be. Better luck next time. Yeah, you saw on that profile, you know it's Joey, you know it's him whenever something dumb appears on screen in terms of the name. Because Joey, he has a habit, a very bad habit, of changing his gamer tag far too often. Which he has changed it again this tournament. Let's just recount the timeline. There was Joey Davis, 123 or 808, I forget which one came first, but those were his first two. Then it was Vaze, I think. Then Avesia v Snowball v Vayna, which was oh no, the Apex JD. Then Vayna, which is what it was last tournament, but I didn't care to put it down. And now this tournament, it is Lavinia, which is one of the worst yet. Joey, I don't care what gamertag it is. We don't care what gamertag you choose. It could be the worst one ever. Just pick a gamertag and just stick to it for at least like a year. This is an intervention, Joey. And please, for the sake of everyone, don't waste more money. Just stick to a gamer tag. And Joey, Lavinia, Latvia, Louisiana, Lithuania, whatever you want to call them. He is trying to go very quickly. He wants the Stage 1 speed record as well. We've seen how lenient this time limit can be, for better and worse. And Joey wants to beat Smokey's record. And so far he's looking pretty good. I think he might be a little bit slower than Smokey to this point, but I don't remember exactly. Joey. Up both walls in one, now the flying shoot. One of only two to defeat Stage 1 in the previous tournament. Joey only has about 20 seconds left. I don't think he's going to get the record. But he is going quickly. He gets a nice grapple. But only onto the third level. Joey is climbing very fast. And he is on top. He is not going to get the record, but it is a second place. Joey clears with 30.4 seconds. Very smooth all around. Classic Joey run. Really no fatal flaws anywhere. No close calls, really. Just smooth, fast, efficient, whatever you want to call it. So Joey is back. For the third time in S&W history, we have double-digit Stage 1 clears. Congratulations. We'll see if we can add one more. The final runner to take on Stage 1 is the first Grand Champion in S&W history, a Trilofan 4. Doing so all the way back in Tournament 4, fittingly enough. It's been a wild ride since then, and especially in this era. In Tournament 13, he failed the flying shoot. Tournament 14, he failed the butterfly wall. The dismount of it just didn't have enough momentum or run-up, and failed there. And then in Tournament 15, failed the swinging beams. And in Tournament 16, finally got back to Stage 3 and was the only person to, before failing the crazy cliffhanger. Pedro, the final runner on Stage 1 this tournament. He's been the final person on Stage 1 more than he hasn't been. And, I mean, he is the first Grand Champion, and he has still shown that he is a top competitor. Might not have the results on the same level as his runs from the first 4 tournaments, or tournaments 10 through 12. but he is still one of the best guys, as shown from his, as of now, 3 tournament stage 1 clear streak. And he's hoping he can get it up to 4. Pedro, the jumping spider, a little bit of a low jump, but he did get through it. Now he is getting through the jumping spider. He defeats it. Now the half pipe. Pedro, is he going to send it? No, he's going to stick onto the peg. That is allowed, as you've seen many times before. And now for the double warp wall. I don't know who that is watching him down there. Oh yeah, it was, I think, might have been free MMO Direct, I don't know. Pedro defeats the flying chute. Now the swing mast and rope ladder. Defeated these last time. Will he do it again? Pedro lines himself up. He's going to grapple. And lands on the bottom block. Pedro takes a save jump there. And climb slow and steady. Oh my god! Pedro, he overshot a block and couldn't save himself on the current level, so he dropped down 1. But he did recover, and Pedro is on top and will defeat stage 1 with 7.4 seconds left. The 11th stage 1 clear of the tournament is the grand champion himself. Yeah, up until the rope ladder, everything was looking very fine. It was smooth, it was calm, it was controlled. There was that issue there, but Pedro shows why he's a champion, why he's number 50, recovered without breaking a sweat. Now, once again, Pedro is back on stage 2. Stage 2, designed all around speed, and has seen a fair bit of modifications since the last turn. Starting off, after this long, ominous staircase, the competitors will face the first obstacle, the new ring slider. Really no sliding, you just jump across these 6 rings, although you are allowed to skip the last one. The swap salmon ladder is unchanged from the last tournament. I guess the jump into it's a little different, but it's not modified. Flying shelf grab is modified though. There's only 3 shelves instead of 4. And the butterfly wall, trampoline does nothing, and you jump onto those turrets, and turret jump onto the wall, then head to the rope. Now the hornet's nest, it's been modified. That 3rd honeycomb has been moved slightly closer to the 2nd one. And then the swinging beams are unchanged. Time limit is 95 seconds. Plenty of these 11 competitors move on. Let's see. Starting off with the first ever PC player to face stage 2, free MMO Direct. Let's see how he does here. And he is off. Our first look at the ring slider. Very simple and straightforward. And he does not jump through the 6th one, but you are allowed to do so. Now the swap salmon ladder. Outside of and Matt failing it in tournament 13, really hasn't been an issue to anyone who's faced it. And today we have by far the biggest field on stage 2 in this era. Butterfly wall, getting off the turret. Yeah, turret jumping's back on it. Oh, okay. As I was saying, turret jumping was not a thing in Halo 5, but it is back in Infinite. Now the Hornet's Nest defeats the jump that Joey failed in the last tournament. On the 4th honeycomb, the 5th, and MMO is onto the swinging beams with loads of time. He could be on pace for another speed record that hopefully that he hopes will not be taken from him. He defeats the Swinging Beams, free MMO direct, clears stage 2 with exactly 28 seconds left, demolishing the previous record set all the way back in Tournament 2 by Alpha Puma. He had 19 point something seconds, I forget how much exactly, but MMO defeats that by nearly 10 seconds. And this regular defeated stage 1 for his first time today. Will also take on stage 3 for his first time. Now we have Gaming Brando, another one of the 3 people taking on stage 2 for their first time today. Brando, since his first appearance, has shown a good amount of potential, and he's finally seen it realized today as he's on stage 2 now, but we'll see to what degree can he push himself. He was very worried about the swap salmon ladder, and he drops down. Thankfully, unlike Sasuke, falling down to a lower bar is not a DQ, and he falls down again. Fall down to that platform he used to get onto the salmon ladder, however, that is a DQ. Brando on the shelf grab now, second shelf, third one. Lost a decent amount of time on the swap salmon ladder, but he is on the butterfly wall now. Now he's gonna jump up. Brando, now for the dismount, onto the rope, he's onto it. Brando, he jumps in, he didn't get into it. Well, he did, but he bumped his head. Brando fails the butterfly wall. And his first attempt at stage 2 comes to an end, along with him probably getting a concussion. That is unfortunate. And next up, we have the final regular competitor taking on this stage, Eternal Flame. How would... Ugh, Jesus Christ. Why I need to take vocab... Oh, he almost overshot the first ring. Eternal Flame taking on stage 2 for his first time on SNW. Let's see how Eternal will do here. Already better showing on the salmon ladder than Brando. And Eternal is through the shelf grab. Now the butterfly wall. Onto the turret. Just saw Brando fail here. Eternal. Okay. Now on the rope. And he defeats the butterfly wall. Now for Hornet's Nest. He was pretty worried about this in practice. And he is on to the third honeycomb. The fourth. The fifth. Still loads of time. Eternal should be good. He's definitely good on time, Eternal. Oh, he went very quickly there. Now the jump to the last beam. He doesn't get it! Eternal fails the swinging beams. He messed up the corner jump. Yeah, he just didn't get around it in time. I think he might have just gotten caught up on the pole for the second beam. And it ended up costing him. But now we have our first veteran on this stage, RPG 445. Now, he beat the stage in Tournament 12. And it was almost like he didn't, because he still failed the first obstacle at stage 3, so Rog is really hoping to beat this stage and to beat at least one obstacle on stage 3. But to get there, Rog needs to beat the stage once again, which he definitely can. And he's on to the flying shelf grab now, getting through it nicely. Now with butterfly wall. He's going to the left side. And on top of the wall. Lining up onto the rope. No head bumps there. Now the Hornet's Nest. He was very worried about this. And he is on to the second one. The third, oh, that was close. The fourth honeycomb. A little bit of a slide there. The fifth. And the swinging beams now. We just saw Eternal Flame fail here. Come on, Rog. And onto the second beam. Now the jump eternal failed. Will Rog avenge him? Yes, he does. One more dismount, and he's got it. RPG 445 is going to stage 3 for the second time in his career. There are 15.8 seconds left. And he's very worried about the Hornet's Nest, but he got through it. Although there was a close call. Rog has done it. He is back on stage 3. Second time in his career. Good job. You can see the celebration right there. And now we have Stray Felix. He has beaten the stage twice before, but that was back in tournaments 7 and 12. Which, going by the pattern, he should theoretically clear this stage this time. So that's been 5 tournaments since 12, and 12 was 5 tournaments since 7. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves, because Strafe still has a third of this stage, 2/3 of the stage to beat. Strafe on the second shelf. Now the third, and dismount Strafe. He walks off of it. Strafe didn't even get a jump. And he fails the flying shelf grab. Yeah, he was struggling on it in practice, but not on the dismount. Wow. But now we have the All-Star Weapon Mat. He has had a very successful history on this stage overall. Only times he's failed it so far were in tournaments 10 and 13, I believe. Roulette Row and the Swap Salmon Ladder, respectively. And now here's the Swap Salmon Ladder, which he did beat in Tournament 15. Let's see if he can beat it again here. Matt turning around slowly on these bars. And he knows he has a lenient time limit, which was not the intention, but then the free MMO Direct happened. On stage 2 and stage 1. A butterfly wall. And on top of the wall, going for the rope, lands on it, climbs up, good job. Now the Hornet's Nest. And onto, oh, a very good save jump on the second one. The third. The fourth into it. The fifth. Just needs the dismount, and Matt defeats Hornet's Nest. Now just swinging beams. One of a select few to defeat this so far, going into this tournament. And Matt, one more corner jump, now just the dismount. Matt defeats stage 2, going back to stage 3, 12.8 seconds left. Matt is back on stage 3. Solid run all around. Slowest time so far, but he still beat the Klaxon. Because he knew he could take as much time as he needed, which he did. He didn't really zoom through anything. But he didn't go at a snail's pace either. That's why he's still going back to stage 3. Good job, Matt. From one All-Star to another, now we have Cobra. The last time he defeated Stage 2 was way back in Tournament 12, and Cobra's really hoping to finally get back there. Let's see if he will. This is the first time on this stage since Tournament 13, and there's definitely similarities, but partially due to changing obstacles, partially due to the fact that it's an entirely new game, a lot has also changed. Cobra through flying shelf grab now for the butterfly wall. Grabs onto the turret, jumps up. Oh, that was a close call, but he did get a save jump on the turret. And oh, he bumped his head on the rope, but was able to save it, unlike Brando. Cobra now for the Hornet's Nest. Now the second one. He was a little worried about this. Cobra goes for the 4th honeycomb, and he comes up short of it! Cobra fails Hornet's Nest. He is out on stage 2. Yeah, he just jumped a little bit too early, I think. Either that or his angle was slightly a bit off. Slightly a bit, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, that is very sad. Cobra is out. And now we have someone who has a lot of history with this stage, Smokey Massacre. Halo Ninja Warrior host, Ninja Warrior of Halo Grand Champion, Spartan Sasuke, double Grand Champion. Smokey, it goes without saying that he should have more than one stage 2 clear by now. And he is really hoping today's the day that he gets another. Now, on the swap salmon ladder. Smokey climbing up it nicely. Not taking much time on any of these bars. Adjusting himself before heading onto the flying shelf grab. Second shelf. The 3rd one. And Smokey defeats the flying shelf grab. Now onto the butterfly wall. Grabs the turret. Jumps up. Right onto the wall. Onto the rope. And he is up it. Hornet's Nest now. Just saw Cobra fail here. Can Smokey avenge him? Now, jump Cobra failed. Smokey gets it. The final honeycomb. And Smokey is one obstacle away from finally getting back to stage 3. And he is on pace to get one of the fastest stage 2 times ever. If he does, Smokey one jump left. Smokey's gonna do it! He is back on stage 3 after 14 tournaments. He clears stage 2 with 26.2 seconds. What a run. Not quite as much time as Free MMO had, but still a very smooth run. Really nothing much else to add. Just a very good job. Smokey is finally back on the 3rd stage. Now, we only have 3 more runs on stage 2. Will any of them join our 4 clear so far? We'll see first with Sunnyside Splash, who his run started already. He's on a salmon ladder. It's a nice save jump there. I like the effect he has on his boots, the little fire he has whenever he jumps or slides. Okay, he is on to the last bar. Sunny, now the flying shelf grab. Sunny, I don't think beat this stage at all when he was practicing before his run. But Sunny is still definitely good enough to push through and beat the stage. Sunny is gonna jump, and he comes up short of the turret! Sunny fails the butterfly wall. Yeah, he got the jump, he just didn't move far enough forward. Sunny's tournament, after one of the wildest stage 1 runs ever, is out with a whimper. Now we have the 2 competitors who got to this stage last time, starting off with Joey. I was going to try to come up with some funny L word that we haven't used yet. Well, I got it, lacrosse. Actually, that's not funny. Okay, Joey. He's had a bit of a rough stretch on stage 2 lately. After getting to the final stage back in tournament 14, he fell to the butterfly wall in 15, Hornet's Nest in 16. And now he's hoping to get back to stage 3 once again and not have 3 stage 2 fails in a row. Joey jumps up and is through the butterfly wall. Now Hornet's Nest. He failed the jump from 2 to 3 last time. Can he get his revenge? And he gets it there. Now he defeats the jump Cobra failed. and is on to the 5th honeycomb. Joey defeats Hornet's Nest. Now just the swinging beams stand between him and another trip on stage 3. Joey, he fails! Joey fails the swinging beams. I think he might have just been rushing it and he had a wrong angle. He couldn't curve around the pipe in time. Joey is out on stage 2 for the 3rd tournament in a row. And now the final runner on stage 2, Petrillo Fam 4. He was the only person to defeat the stage last time. And we've seen a lot of success here already, but we've also seen a lot of failure. Pedro's hoping to join the former. And we know he can, just a matter of will he do it. Pedro on to the swap same ladder, taking a save jump there. He's gonna take his time with it, it seems. But hey, it's a lenient time limit, nothing wrong with that. Pedro now onto the flying shelf grab. Gonna jump to the 2nd one. Now we jump to the— oh my god! Pedro fails the flying shelf grab. He pulled a strafe, but 1 shelf earlier. He just walked off, he didn't jump in time. Pedro fails stage 2. Wow. Only 4 competitors remain as we head to the 3rd stage. 8 obstacles, no time limit, and this is the hardest challenge the competitors will face so far. The stage will start off with Cannonball Alley, which is unchanged from the previous tournament. Just 3 simple balls to jump across, then the swing edge, also unchanged. Another thing that is also unchanged is the floating boards. Still very difficult. Now the first changed obstacle is the crazy cliffhanger. It's been made slightly easier. And then we head on to the jumping rings. Exact same as last tournament, where they were unattempted. Sam goes for the peg cloud. And the only other change on this stage is the chain seesaw, which was modified not by choice, but by updates from Halo Infinite. And then the pipe slider is the exact same. Any of these 4 can defeat this stage. They will move on to the final and have a chance at total victory. Start things off with a real Cinderella story of this tournament, free MMO Direct. Failing stage 1 in the previous tournament, then coming out of nowhere and getting to stage 3 this time, getting the 2nd fastest stage 1 time ever, the fastest stage 2 time ever, and now this PC player is on to the 3rd stage to show us what he's really made of. Through the swing edge, now onto the floating boards. He's gonna side jump. Probably a little easier doing it with a mouse and keyboard, but it's not banned, so you can do whatever. He defeats the floating boards, now the crazy cliffhanger. This is where the tournament ended last time, and MMO sticks the 3rd ledge. Now he's gonna get to the 4th one, and free MMO Direct defeats the crazy cliffhanger. He's taking a moment to celebrate. He has earned it. Yeah, he's taking a moment to collect himself. And now to the jumping rings, jumping to the 2nd, he lands on it. Now the 3rd, onto that as well. And the 4th, now onto the peg cloud. MMO, onto what might be the hardest obstacle on the entire course. He's gonna jump to the 4th peg now. MMO, he falls off of it! MMO fails the peg cloud. The Cinderella story is over on stage 3. Possibly the best breakout run we've ever seen on this course comes to an heartbreaking end on the 6th obstacle of stage 3. And MMO, despite a very dominant showing so far, his tournament is over. And now we have a veteran RPG 445. Now if he can defeat the Cannonball Alley, it will be a personal best for him. And that's really his only goal. As long as he gets past this thing, he is perfectly fine with whatever happens next. On to the 2nd one. Jumping, lands on the 3rd one, and personal best achieved. Now let's see how far Rog can take it. He's gonna send through the swing edge, and now the floating boards. He was very worried about this. And he is gonna face the pegs, not gonna do what MMO did. Also sticking every peg, which is the smart decision. Now for the 5th board, he's gonna go straight to the dismount. Rog celebrating, the crowd celebrating with him. And now on to the crazy cliffhanger. Up to the 2nd ledge. Now lining up for the jump to the 3rd. He goes for it. He save jumps. Rog is onto the 3rd ledge. Now the jump to the 4th. Can Rog do it? Backing up against the wall, goes for it. Save jumps the ledge. He shot. I think he didn't think he made it, but he did. Rog defeats the cliffhanger. Once again celebrating with the crowd. Now for the jumping rings. He struggled with this a lot in practice. He's gonna go up to the side of the ring. Now goes for the 2nd ring, and Rog comes up short! Rog fails the jumping rings. His personal best run is over. Just barely after the cliffhanger. Rog, he didn't expect to get this far. And he didn't practice the jumping rings at all until just before his run. And that's probably why he failed. But now the only all-star on this stage is Weapon Matt. He's gotten to this stage once before in this era, 2 tournaments ago, and he failed this obstacle right here. Failed this jump, and he gets it. Personal best for the era for Matt. And he defeats Cannonball Alley. Now, for the swing edge, he's gonna stick the 2nd one. I think he's the first person to ever do that, and I approve. As he defeats the swing edge, and now is onto the floating boards. Matt sticking the 1st one. Turning, gonna crouch jump, seems. Matt taking his time. Save jumping there. Now for the 4th board, jumps there. 1 board left. The one that goes downward, he's gonna skip it. No, stick it, not skip. You're not allowed to skip it. He shoots in celebration now for the crazy cliffhanger. Matt jumps for the 2nd ledge, and he falls off of it! Weapon Matt fails the crazy cliffhanger. He doesn't even get to the 2nd ledge. And his debut run on Halo Infinite is over already. Couldn't even attempt the jump Pedro failed last time. And just like that, we are down to the last man standing, Smoky Massacre. The hopes of 49 others rest on his shoulders. Let's see how far he can carry them. Now, since the last time Smokey got to the stage in Tournament 3, everything has changed. Nothing here is familiar to him, but he's still through the first two obstacles with ease. Now the floating boards. This is similar to the floating boards he had on his course a long time ago, but much, much harder. Now the crazy cliffhanger. Matt failed here, but MMO and Rog cleared it. Smokey sticks the third ledge. Now for the fourth. Doesn't even need a save jump. Smokey defeats the crazy cliffhanger and is going right into the jumping rings. And he defeats the jump Rog failed. Smokey taking these one at a time onto the third ring. One more jump on this obstacle. Smokey gets a save jump. And now onto the peg cloud. Smokey gets a bad jump. He is out. Smokey Massacre fails the peg cloud. And Tournament 17 is over. Yeah, he got bumped by the block. And he couldn't save it. Tournament 17 has come to a close with no one reaching the final stage.